If you want to speed up your workflow in Krita, learning the selection tools and their shortcuts is one of the best things you can do. In this quick guide, I'm going to walk you through all the main selection tools in Krita, what each one is best for, and the shortcuts that can save you a ton of time. By the end, you'll know exactly which selection tool to use for straight edges, curves, irregular shapes, color-based areas, and even precision cutouts. And if this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more practical Krita tips just like this. Let's start with the rectangular selection tool. This tool creates rectangular or square selections, and it's one of the simplest ways to isolate an area. To use it, just click and drag across the canvas. It's especially useful when you're selecting straight-edged objects, panels, boxes, UI elements, or anything with clean corners. If you need a fast, neat selection, this is usually the first tool to try. Next is the elliptical selection tool. This one works almost the same way, but instead of rectangles, it creates circular or oval selections. Just click and drag to draw the shape. This is perfect for rounded objects like buttons, eyes, coins, wheels, or any soft curved form. If you're trying to select something with a smooth outline, the elliptical tool will often save you time compared to manually tracing it. Now let's move to the freehand selection tool. This is your manual, freeform option. With this tool, you draw directly around the object by hand, almost like sketching the selection outline yourself. It's very useful for irregular shapes, organic objects, and situations where the other selection tools would feel too rigid. If the edge you need to select doesn't follow a simple shape, this tool gives you a lot of control. After that, we have the polygonal selection tool. This tool creates selections using straight connected lines, so you click point by point around the object. It's ideal for corners, angular objects, architecture, boxes, and anything with hard edges. If you need precise, straight segments instead of curved outlines, the polygonal selection tool is a great choice. Think of it as a more controlled way to build a selection from line segments. The next tool is the contiguous selection tool. This one is especially useful when you want to select adjacent pixels that share similar colors. In other words, it works great for backgrounds, flat color areas, and regions where the tone stays consistent. If you click inside a color area, Krita will select connected pixels with similar values. This is very helpful for quick background edits or isolating large solid areas. Then there's the similar color selection tool. This tool selects matching colors across the entire layer, not just connected pixels. That means it can include non-adjacent areas as long as the colors are similar. This is powerful when the same color appears in multiple places and you want to catch all of them at once. It's a great choice for cleaning up repeated color regions or selecting scattered elements that share the same tone. Now, let's talk about the Bezier curve selection tool. This is one of the more precise selection methods in Krita. It uses anchor points and curves to build smooth, accurate selections. If you want clean control over flowing shapes, curves, and detailed outlines, this tool is extremely useful. It takes a little more time than the basic tools, but for precision work, it can make a huge difference. Another very useful one is the magnetic selection tool. This tool tries to snap to high contrast edges as you trace around an object. That means it can help follow object boundaries automatically, which is fantastic when the subject stands out clearly from the background. If you're doing cutouts or tracing objects with defined edges, the magnetic selection tool can save a lot of manual effort. Now let's go over some important selection modifiers, because these can seriously improve your workflow. If you hold Shift, you add to the current selection. That means you can build a larger selection in parts. If you hold Alt, you subtract from the selection, which is useful when you accidentally select too much. If you use Shift plus Alt together, you intersect selections, which lets you keep only the overlapping area. And if you hold Control, you replace the current selection entirely. These modifiers are incredibly helpful once you start combining selection shapes. Krita also has a few shortcuts you should definitely remember. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus A to deselect everything. This is useful when you want to clear your selection and start over. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus E to invert the selection, which means the selected area becomes unselected and the unselected area becomes selected. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus D to restore the previous selection, which can be a lifesaver if you accidentally clear it. Press Ctrl plus H to hide the marching ants without losing the selection itself. This is great when you want a cleaner view of your canvas. And if you want to move the selected pixels to a new layer, use Ctrl plus Shift plus J to cut the selection to a new layer, or Ctrl plus Alt plus J to copy the selection to a new layer. So the real key to using selection tools effectively in Krita is choosing the right one for the shape in front of you. Use rectangular and elliptical selections for simple geometric forms. Use freehand and polygonal selections for custom outlines. Use contiguous and similar color selection tools for color-based areas. Use Bezier and magnetic selections when you need more precise edge control. And once you combine that with the shortcuts, your workflow becomes much faster and more efficient. If this video helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next Krita tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.